So I'm not sure if you guys have been aware, but there's been a lot of casting news when it comes to James Gunn's new film, Superman Legacy. So the first casting that's got everyone going wild on the internet is of course the casting of Lex Luthor, which is casted by Nicholas Hoult. Yes. I need to bring up his films. The last film I seen him in
About
was
Boy,
the Menu. I've seen him
X-Men.
Yes.
The zombie one. I've read the book. That's how I know
Yeah,
it.
the Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hard
that was
one.
a TV show as well.
He's also
Yeah,
he's in that Lionsgate like region
And
type.
Skins. Or someone already said Skins,
yeah.
right?
He was in Mad Max as well. I forgot about Mad Max.
Yeah.
He's one
He
of
was
those.
old in Mad Max
That's
also.
it.
He's
Great.
like, you know those actors that are they're like the main like supporting role, but you don't really know who they are, but
Jack
you
and
know
the
the
Beanstalk.
face.
He was in Jack and the
Probably
Man,
haven't seen,
he was in the Menu, bro.
Jack and the Giant.
He was one of the best.
He was good in Menu.
Like
He was annoying.
supporting
he was awesome.
males.
And
That's
he-
That's what he is. He's the main supporting role, and this it's funny because he was running up to play Superman itself, but didn't get the role, of course. But now he's playing his nemesis.
No, but he's got
Lex.
like a very like
As he should.
angular face.
He has to be Lex after he missed out Superman.
It
That's how
makes
it works.
sense. Makes sense.
That's how
No,
it
he has a very like villain type.
He
face.
does.
Like,
I think when he's
not to be like rude, but he has that sharp structure that you normally affiliate with villains.
It's interesting you said that because apparently he came close to being our Pattinson for Batman.
Really,
Yeah, he came.
I can actually
But then-
see him
but
as
then
Batman.
he's
You know,
Batman's almost like an anti-hero in
Yeah,
a way.
so that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's interesting you say
Yeah.
that because I think that's probably what he was in the running. Why he was
I
running.
think
for that.
anti-heroes are the best villains. You know,
Why?
because low-key, a good villain to me is someone that you kind of understand their motive, and you can understand what they're doing, but they're just going the wrong way about
But
it.
anti-hero isn't a villain, though.
True. But it's kind of
So you like anti-heroes more than heroes. You like your heroes.
yeah.
To have
Maybe
a
that's
grey
what,
side.
maybe that's what I'm trying to get across.
I like my heroes to be pure, man. I like my pure.
I like pure heroes.
I like my
Alright, man.
heroes doing what's
So
right.
you
Shout
don't-
out Jesus.
You don't like them, like what's it?
I'm saying I don't like him. I don't like.
Full Metal Alchemist brother type things.
What do you mean? But what do you mean by that, though?
Did you not watch Full Metal
Yeah,
Alchemist?
I did. But what do you mean?
But they were technically anti-heroes.
Nah, they're just kids that messed up.
That's been a
I
mistake.
wouldn't call them anti.
Forgive them.
They were actually heroes. They made a mistake. They lived their life trying to right the wrong. And like they weren't like I would say Batman is an anti-hero.
He's
Going
definitely
about
anti-
the streets,
Yeah.
messing up people.
Yeah, he's killing.
That is like, 'cause
He's
it's
locking
illegal,
people
you shouldn't
up.
be doing that.
He's locking people
That's
up.
an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like Man of Steel, he even has like government links sometimes. Superman always been linked to the government. So like Superman always works in accordance with the government. That's why he always stays away from the anti-hero tags.
Homelander, straight villain. Straight
Yeah,
villain.
Well, he's like,
Straight villain.
but then he's also linked to the government.
No, because
That shows you.
in a way, he is
Yeah,
actually an
he's a-
anti-hero,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that
yeah.
man is a villain.
No, he's a
You
villain.
can't tell me.
No,
He's
he's just a villain. He's just a
Homelander
villain.
is a villain.
Homelander is a villain. He's straight up
He's
a
a
villain.
villain.
But what do
straight
you
up
what do you
villain.
guys think about this villain, Lex Luthor, and the casting for this? Do you
I
think
think
this is a good
it's
match?
hard.
It had to be. Because
Had
he
to
went for
be.
Superman, he didn't get it.
Yeah.
So now he's going to go for the...
He's gonna eat that role because,
Exactly.
like Lex Luthor, you did feel sorry for him because of his relationship with his dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I need. But what type of body type? Do you want him to
Don't
be there?
worry.
I kind of want him to be.
All I'm
Wow.
thinking is
But
that
no, that doesn't make sense. Lex
Listen.
Luthor was always just lean.
the guy he missed out on the road to is now Superman. He's going to hate that guy in the screen test.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna work. That's why they have to cast him.
Method acting. It's like,
Exactly.
hey, let's make it real for
So
him.
he said, I should have been you. And then the whole point of Lex Luthor is he
It
wants
was
to
to
be
be you.
Superman.
Oh, it's genius.
Bro.
It's genius. It's genius.
Are you-
It's genius.
Perfect.
It's genius.
So let's do this. Let's go.
But this
Tango Ice Blast.
did this help your excitement for the film? Were you not excited for before?
I
Just
was always
casting brings
excited.
you
I
across
was
to
always
it?
excited Superman, innit?
That's
Can't
that-
Just
go.
because Superman or because of James Gunn back in it?
No, Superman alone, world's finest.
So anyone did it?
Any Superman
Oh,
movie,
okay.
you have to be
No,
there.
because-
I'll trash it if it's shit.
No, because you
Yeah.
grew
Don't
up.
get me wrong, yeah.
You grew up on watching.
He's the world's
Yeah.
finest. You have to.
You
Yeah.
grew up watching Superman as a kid.
Sorry.
It was always on like ITV
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
ITV2, and it was just one of
I'm
those.
not a big
It's
fan.
a-
I'm not a big fan.
It's a
of
law.
Superman
It's a
still.
law.
I think Superman's.
Superman movie coming out in the cinema.
I low-key hate
You
Superman.
go
still.
watch it.
Oh, you're a Batman boy.
You know why? Why I hate Superman is because I feel like he's just. I hate that he's so powerful, and the one thing that can kill him is like a green rock. That bugs me out. Like he made his character so good that you have to like find
Yeah,
something
but that's
to
like
kill him.
us getting killed by Mercury, isn't it? It's embarrassing.
A lot of things can kill us, though.
Trust,
Not only Mercury.
trust.
But I mean, that's just an example.
True.
Mercury poison, you know.
Asbestos, dead.
For
Wow.
real. There was another casting as
Wait,
well.
so you're saying that you don't like powerful characters?
I don't like overly powerful characters, and then they're so powerful that the writer has to make something small to be his, essentially what can kill him.
So you don't like Gojo then?
Who's Gojo?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, I don't know who Gojo is.
Oh, you don't?
Nah, but I don't like Gojo.
How about
I'm still gonna watch this film. I'm
Dr.
still excited for
Manhattan?
this film. Who?
Dr. Manhattan?
But he's different to me because he's so powerful, but he's so intelligent. He like the way he looks at the universe is so different that he can easily just click his fingers and kill everyone.
But it's not too powerful.
It is,
He has no weakness.
but I like his motive on how he moves around life. He's just essentially
But
a
what
being
about
that
Doctor
kind of does
Strange?
But you
stuff.
like how, so basically, because he's interesting.
Yeah,
It's different.
Superman's not interesting to me.
No, because he is. Because they haven't shown. That's why I don't like
I have
it.
a
People don't know
question.
the interesting.
What's the difference between Superman and Doctor Strange?
Magic.
You can kill Doctor Strange easily,
Magic.
man. You can
It's
kill
magic.
Doctor Strange. You can knock down Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange can get banged up still. You can shoot him really.
Are you
You can
defending
bust a,
Sheriff?
you can bust a couple
Yeah,
shots on
I
Superman.
thought it was just
I'm-
magic.
I'm-
Like
I'm
one's
Doctor
more
Strange.
physical, strong. One's an
No,
alien.
no.
Don't
he
say like
has-
that.
He has bare powers though.
But you can
And
kill
they're
him.
Both equally
But you can
powerful.
kill him. You can easily kill him. You
No,
can set him up.
Strange will
You
murder
can-
Superman.
you
Because
can-
obviously magic is weak to magic, isn't it? Superman's weak to magic.
Do you think? Wait.
Yeah, he is. Like that's one of his main.
And that's what I'm saying.
weaknesses.
That's another thing that I get annoyed about. The red sun shit that powers him up. There's a lot of stuff that they throw in there to make sure, okay, if you want to, we can kill him, but we can't.
He
because
loves
he's
Superman.
powerful.
He's gonna be there first row to watch.
I'm gonna watch it. No, don't get it twisted. I don't like the characters, man, but I'm gonna watch this film. This film's great. This film, you know why I'm so excited for this film? Because this is one of the first films I've seen where I've gone through the casting.
amazing.
Casting is on point. DC's always good at casting, but also there's so much different superhero characters in this
Yeah.
film. This is the first time I've seen a superhero film that has a bunch of superheroes in it. So we're gonna have a Green Lantern in this film. We're gonna have a Hawkeye. I'm not Hawkeye. Hawk Girl. We've got one person called the Engineer, which is one of Superman's nemesis.
Wait, go up. Hold on. That's mad. That's what's his name?
Or X-Men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Darwin.
We're gonna put his face on the screen as well. He's playing some next villain as well. I don't know the powers, but I like there's so much superheroes in this film. I feel like when you
It's
set
nice
up
to
a
see Superman with other heroes.
yeah, because normally when you see a
You know,
superhero
he's
film,
alone.
it's like one person and one nemesis.
Because he's so powerful, they didn't really know how to like show
Yeah,
other
like
heroes.
create a world where we know the superheroes in it and have them.
That's what I'm saying.
branch out.
Superman, he's actually a really interesting character when you actually read
Read
his
the
day
comics.
to day.
Yeah.
Because his day to day show narrows him down, and it shows how he reacts to people reacting. Because he's honest to earth. Man, Clark Kent is such a funny, like, wordless guy. He doesn't know what he's doing half the time.
Yeah.
And then people like Lois Lane, they're better because they show how ordinary he is, even with his powers. And
Yeah.
Lois Lane is so cool compared to like Clark Kent. So
He
you
was
like them together.
way out of her league. I mean, she
Yeah.
was way out of his league.
She's so cool. Lois
Like,
Lane in comics is like
yeah.
she's ahead of the story, and the story later turns out that like this is the main plot. So Superman finds out that like, oh, Loki, if you listen to Lois, he would have solved it. Yeah, I'm saying they work together. So you can't if you see
I
him
really,
alone.
I really appeal like that because I feel like James
Yeah.
Gunn, that's what he's aiming.
And I
'Cause
feel like
he announced this
the
side by
angle
side.
And
that
Jimmy
they-
Olsen is involved as well.
The
Like,
casting for Jimmy
Yeah.
Olsen is incredible. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, I can't wait.
It looks good. It looks
He's perfect.
I feel like they're gonna bring the charm
He is.
back to
There you go.
Superman.
Ooh, perfect. Jimmy Olsen. We put it in the screen as well. Oh my
It
god.
looks-
The
and
cast
it
is amazing, man.
It feels like they were cast for a story rather than because I feel like sometimes people just cast for people in it.
For
Like that
aesthetics.
Elodie guy, he looks good. Or every woman in the world is like crazy about, but they didn't pick him.
Yeah.
They picked someone that we low-key didn't even know. Like I love
That's
that.
what he meant to do for
I
superhero
love that.
films,
I was like, wait,
especially for origin superhero
who's
films.
been current sweet?
Find
It's
it.
current sweet guy. then you just see the jawline. You're like, oh, this
Yeah.
is Superman.
This
This is Superman.
And he's in the
No,
gym right
he's
now,
in, he's in
getting
power.
wham.
I don't know who he was. I thought they're gonna pick that Elodie guy. I was like, this guy is gonna be the guy. They're gonna pick him. He's tall. He's in Euphoria.
Yeah, but
Trailer loves
it goes
him.
to show that they're going for the actual story. Because if they picked him, I think they would have chose him because he's more of a notable face. He has good looking appeal, so that would probably help them with tickets. But I think they chose the other guy because they know it's true to the story.
Yeah.
It's true to the character that
And
they're
it
building.
helps in it. Fresh face. You can come into it
You know what I mean?
like you come into it all fresh. You're not coming into it thinking like this guy's a wham fan. Jesus Christ.
And I said, who, me? Just man's walking in. So Aladdin just walked in just now.
Steroids. You start juicing soon.
I can see that for him still.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that I don't
can see
drink.
him
I don't
juicing.
drink alcohol.
I can see
I will
him
never take drugs.
But
But
he's
the
juicing.
stories.
Yeah. I can see him juicing. When the games, like when he was extra games.
Man trying to cast the Superman himself.
I don't want to be rude, yeah, but we did say about personal life and recording.
We just got into Landon.
I don't have a personal life, man. Everyone knows
I'm
my
so
personal
sorry.
life.
Well,
Anyway.
like, if Landon says he doesn't want it in, we'll take it out. That's
I'm
simple.
so sorry.
Why do you do that for? We're gonna cut it anyway. You lot just mess up. Sorry, all your listeners.
This one I thought when I come interrupt the flow.
It's called chaos. We're talking about Superman just now.
It's giving ADHD.
Okay.
So take that
For
ball
real.
away from me.
For real, look at him. Look what you guys doing. No, he's not used to doing recording, but you do, so you should be ashamed of yourself for doing it.
Yo, man said 3 fingers back.
This guy just playing around the mic with the big clever boards. But what did you say about Superman? You said that. Oh, I forgot what you're saying now. Damn.
No, I'm looking
You were
forward
saying
to
about
it.
Lordy
Fantastic.
and the storyline.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because
you're picking the right character.
yeah, it feels like they're actually paying attention to like the storyline. Like they want to tell a story.
Yeah.
And like I love how every character in there, we don't know no actor apart from Nicholas Hoult. We don't know anyone there.
Well,
Like,
I do.
we're all gonna but like I feel like we're gonna come into it with like fresh. Like if they picked that Elodie guy up, I've been like, oh, that you feel like I'm
No, I mean one of them actually won an Emmy.
Which one?
The one who's playing Lois Lane. She was in Marvelous.
Yeah,
Mrs.
she's
But I don't see her in everything. That's what I'm trying
she's
to
not a
say,
local
like,
face, but if you know her, you know her.
Yeah.
I think what you're trying to say is this person is not really assigned to a particular
Yeah,
character,
fresh-faced
or it's not a meme. Speaking about Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, I don't like
that
him
was
as that
terrible
because
casting.
I look at him.
Thank you.
I look at him. I think that's not my man. That's same as the MCU.
And he's in so much big stuff. It's like
Exactly.
I'm saying,
You've
that's
ruined
it,
it.
but
Chris Pratt as
with the
well.
MCU,
Ruined it.
yeah.
yeah,
Too
but
much.
the way the MCU did it at the beginning, where they did well, is RDJ was not a big name, Hemsworth was not a big name, Evans not a big name, Ruffalo. You know what I'm saying? So like that, what they're doing in DC, I like it a lot because they did the same thing in Marvel and it worked very well. It's just don't fuck it up after phase 3.
Bro, the date is gone.
Don't fuck up after phase 3.
It's gone, man.
Cool. So we are talking about casting. Obviously, Landon just walked in, but Landon, what's your thoughts in terms of the casting?
For the Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, for Lex Luthor.
I don't have much exposure to him beyond X-Men. I liked him in X-Men. I have a weird take here.
Go on. Your takes are all weird, so it's just
Naturally, so I have a take. I actually liked Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor.
Me too.
I think it works for that kind of.
really.
Yeah, it did.
It felt very.
Really, you think so?
It kind of felt like
Spit facts,
Superman's.
He's not used to people saying that to him. Look at
What?
him blushing.
He felt like Superman's Joker in a way.
Yeah.
It's not too crazy, but like a bit more grounded. But at the same time, that's what he felt like, and I liked it. I guess maybe because I'm a big fan of Jesse Eisenberg.
No, I'll explain
But
why.
also
He's
because
right.
he's-
He's 100% right.
Tell me why.
Right. No, because that Superman was the most powerful version of Man of Steel we've ever seen.
Really?
So for Lex Luthor to scare him, it has to be a Lex Luthor that is not physically going to intimidate him. It's a Lex Luthor that is a mental Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
So it's Snyder wanted someone that will terrify
Mad
this
scientist.
version of Superman.
I never.
Something
That wasn't
can't
my
deal
reason.
with. He can deal with the Doomsday. That's what he's trying to show. This Superman is ready for fight, but he doesn't like to deal with things that complicate the situation, like his mom being here, Lois Lane. He doesn't.
Yeah, he can't handle
Exactly.
stuff.
So it's the perfect Lex for this Superman.
I liked him. I like not for that reason,
It
but
works.
that is a new reason why I like him. You know what I'm saying? He added more. So I like that version. So this new version, I'm assuming he's going to be more loyal to the comics. He's going to be very serious and
Even when we,
Yeah.
I like
different
a
versions of Lex.
businessman Lex Luthor.
Mm.
I like the businessman one.
Who's your favorite Lex Luthor?
I just know the Jessica. I know
The
the other
guy,
one.
the guy from Smallville.
Oh, he was good. I like
The black guy.
The old guy.
Remember Black Ball guy.
You know there's
playing-
two Lex.
it's
There's
Smallville.
two Lex
No,
Luthors in
no.
Smallville. There's the dad Lex Luthor and there's the Lex Luthor. So I'm saying you need to know.
No,
what
I
I'm
mean,
talking about.
when I was his
actual
age
Lex.
The bald one.
Yeah.
No, he was trash.
He was alright. He
He was
For
more like
my
a best friend.
recollections.
He wasn't Lex Luthor. He was more like a best friend.
But that's
His brethren.
what's the, I don't know origin. I assumed that I thought they were like
They-
friends
Yeah.
and then did the score.
True.
That was literally the whole.
Yeah, I
The
thought
whole
that was
part of the
I
comic.
don't know. Lex Luthor should be Lex Luthor. Like, Lex
Okay,
Luthor
what does
should-
that mean?
But that's literally Lex Luthor in the comics. That doesn't
Like-
make sense.
Okay, yeah, I get it, but my Lex Luthor should be
I said, man. Lex
My
Luthor.
Luthor is different,
Oh,
actually.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I don't want. Okay, yeah, when they were younger, they should be friends. But in the movie, he should be the one that Superman is scared of more than Joker. Because Lex Luthor knows how to get to Superman.
I think that's what
That
we
is
get.
Lex Luthor's thing.
Isn't
He's not scary to anyone else, you know. He's just scary to Clark Kent. Because Clark Kent doesn't know how to deal with Lex Luthor. And Lex Luthor understands Superman and knows how to make him uncomfortable. So everything that Lex Luthor does is to antagonize Superman. He just does not like him. He's envious of him. It's not like I just want to kill you. I want to be you. It's a very complex villain dynamic. Sorry.
What you going to?
Yeah, I feel like you have to show that end there. And I couldn't see the Smallville. I don't know. I watched Smallville and I did like him, but I didn't get that threat.
Let's be clear, Smallville was still trash. I enjoyed
trash,
it.
yeah,
It was good for the time. It was good for the time. It was good for the time.
I think for the time, as like Lewis actually annoyed me in that one. That was
I had a crush on her, but she was.
Oh, I'm always horny, yeah? Look at you.
Look at me.
Look at you.
What did she go for, like child trafficking or something?
No, that's not her.
Was it the blonde one?
She was never part of.
Oh, you're so defensive.
No, because he's trying to throw dirt on my name.
No.
Your name.
There was one person in Smallville. She got child trafficking.
I know you're talking about.
Not child,
but she's not a main character in the. She was like randomly added in. That's why a lot of people thought she was gonna get killed off because she's not part of the comics at all.
True.
But yeah, shit, we digressed. The casting looks good. Everyone seems like they're all excited for it.
I'm excited to go into this blind. Like I know close to nothing about DC.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go into this. The same way I went into.
You know nothing about Superman.
I don't know much about most DC characters.
Guy.
I know a bit about Batman. I know of characters, but I don't know a lot about their stories. So I'm going into this very similar to I'm going into Invincible, The Boys, that kind of stuff. There's like no comic book understanding pre-watching it, and that's why I'm very excited. It's like it's fresh, it's gone. Give him another chance. He lied to me the first time, but I'll give him another chance. Hopefully, yeah.
He did lie, but those films he wasn't creatively attached to, so I'm sold for this one. James Gunn. He lied about the Flash.
How about you, man? I looking forward to Legacy.
Freaking liar, bro.
Yeah, because like I grew up on Superman.
Oh, did you?
I was like,
Sweet. I didn't.
Which casting did you? Which casting was it? Like you were like, yeah, this movie gonna be good.
I think once because I'd already knew who the person who played Superman was, and Lewis made sense to me.
Didn't they cast Lewis Lane? Apparently they casted Lewis Lane first. Apparently.
Yeah. Regardless, like they weren't recognizable names to me, and I was thinking about the characters and how I would have interpreted it, and I think they'd be good because like Lewis is very like smart and witty, and the Rachel plays an amazing version of that in Miss Maisel, so you could just kind of almost see like an inkling of it, but like it'll be interesting to see what kind of change of direction they're gonna have, and also even in Pearl for like the main character, he's really good in that who plays Superman in the sense that he has kind of like a very assertiveness. But in that film, he was a villain, so it's nice to now see him as a hero.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So they're picking a Superman that played a villain before. That's wild, you.
Because in the end, you kind of related to him. Wild. That was the weird thing.
And there's another film that I watched him in. Not a film. I think it was a TV show, Hollywood. Yeah. He was good in that. He was more of the not eye. What was I gonna say? He played the good character in that TV show, and he has the face. He has the structure of I think a good Superman would be.
I was going to ask Matt something as well, because obviously you've seen him, you've seen Current Suite and stuff, right? I've never seen anything. I'm going to lie to you. I'm not going to watch anything that he's been on until this movie. But I want to know, because obviously I'm a Superman fan, and this is the first time I feel like they're actually going to probably come close to the origins of Superman a bit more to the comics of it, the OG comics. Not what I like, not the version of Superman that like. Everyone forgets that there are multiple versions of Superman. There's the edgy version, there is the OG version, there is the mainstream version. So there's different types. And I feel like this is gonna be the original Superman because
why?
They picked someone that can actually talk.
Yeah, but James Gunn doesn't really. Like,
no. Henry Cavill is not a talker. He's a more of a presence. And Brandon Routh.
He's very one-worded.
Every Man of Steel before has been more of a physical presence.
Literally.
This guy looks like a talker. So I'm curious, is he that when you saw him in another thing, does he talk a lot?
He was like playing a film buff.
You see what I'm trying to say? So that's why I feel like Henry Cavill never talks in his movies. From Immortals, he never talks.
He DC a place of Warhammer.
Exactly.
That's it.
Even the Witcher.
Every Man of Steel actor doesn't talk. They let the physical talk to them.
And the powers.
Exactly. So I'm kind of shocked because it sounds like this is gonna be the first Superman that you get to realize he's got a personality.
And also, I feel like
that's why I'm excited.
I feel like this one's gonna really touch into Clark Kent as well.
Clark,
I think the other ones was like.
I want to see him playing football. I actually want to see him playing football. I want to see him like kid. I
think that's what they're gonna do.
Smallville shit, like
Yeah,
that's
I think they're gonna give me
I'm ready.
Smallville.
I'm ready.
I have high hopes for this, but I think
ready.
James Gunn
And
is gonna
also,
do a good
like,
job on this.
It's good that it's starting from the beginning, because to go from Henry to David is just like a
Weird
mad
shift,
switch,
yeah.
because he looks so young in comparison.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that like slow progression in age, and then you'd be like, oh, okay. Because when we got Man of Steel, as much as it's great, it was just like he's Superman. Here you go.
Continuity wise, made no
because
sense.
DC said we don't have time to build. Marvel already here, so give us the guy already.
No, but the thing is,
they didn't want us to build. They didn't want Zack Snyder to build.
Even him as a character made no sense. Like this guy he acts like an alien, despite the fact he's been living on Earth his whole life. Yeah. So even continuity in the movie made no sense. It just looked great, and
but I guess Zack Snyder wanted to focus on the alien.
Do you not think in terms of like the whole universe that they're building, do you think it's going to be more loyal to the comics or
100%.
Yeah,
because James Gunn isn't really from his Suicide Squad and his Guardians movies. They're not really they're like their own thing kind of thing. They're not really they take parts from the comics, but it's his own thing. So that's why I'm taking that.
I think the promo run he goes on social media shows that he's gonna do because a lot of times he posts like comic books. Yeah. Like he seems like he's really engaged on Twitter to let you guys know that I'm really homing into the source material for this one.
Basically he shook.
Yeah.
Basically he shook. Let's say he shook.
He's
not watching him now.
I think he feels the pressure.
He's not gonna mess up.
And also like I don't know if you was here when we was talking about it, but this film is one of the first superhero films I've seen, especially for Origin, where they added so many other superheroes in this. Yeah. We're getting a Green Lantern in this. Yeah.
In that one movie?
Yeah, we're getting Green Lantern, we're getting Hulk Girl, we're getting there's other superheroes that I don't even know of.
That could be a mistake.
I feel like he's trying to make you know this is a superhero world.
It's not a normal Green Lantern. It's like a much older. So I feel like it's gonna be like a universe setup. This movie is very much, I feel, gonna set up the whole new.
Yeah. I think DC. Your fear of that, having loads of superheroes, is that you're getting that multiverse thing.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily multiverse. I've seen a lot of movies like stuff like Black Adam, for example, or if you want to go for Marvel examples, there's been a bunch of like Doctor Strange, for example, is just relying on here's a bunch of like if you don't have a purpose in this story, like a solid purpose, you shouldn't be here.
I hear that, but I feel like James Gunn has proven that he can do multiple superhero characters in a film and have the own moment.
But Guardians
I don't want the legacy to be like that.
I don't think it will be like that, but I think he knows how to have multiple characters. Each character can have their own scene, their own little moment. Of course, the core of the film will be centered on Superman, of course, but Green Lantern will have his moment.
If you talk about someone like Green Lantern, who's like a big character, if he doesn't have his own storyline,
this is the main Green Lantern. This is just another Green. This is like Green Lantern's like there's very
cool. But so the way I see it is there's one or two ways of doing it. If you're gonna have a big character in this movie, he has to have his own storyline. If he has his own storyline in a Superman movie, you're doing him just disjustice. So the alternative would it be him coming in as a cameo. Which is also a disservice. So my thing is you take him out and you put him in their own thing and then do a team up after that.
I think that's cliche and overdone.
Yeah, I think we've seen that so many times though.
Or it's separate and come together.
Yeah,
I mean it's like watching Arrow. Like, and Flash.
I don't.
So what is different? What is he gonna do that's different then? Because like you have to be very, very like creative.
I think that's what he's showing on social media. That I'm making sure this is
different.
I think this movie is gonna be
the
origin. I feel like this movie is gonna be at the end of this movie. He's gonna come at the start. Basically, this movie's gonna be when he starts out as Superman.
You're gonna elbow me in the face, bro. Your elbow keeps going really close to my face.
Sorry.
Eventually, you're gonna swing at me.
I feel like it's definitely gonna be like the origin of him, like when he's like a fresh-faced kid. Yeah. He's probably thinking of should I be Superman. I feel like this is gonna be very much because we haven't seen that before. Like we have, but we haven't. In a movie form.
Not the Superman films. Not Superman films.
We've seen it Spider-Man.
Series.
Yeah, but never.
We've seen it for other characters, but never Superman.
Yeah.
And it will be nice to just have that like fresh flow where you kind of pull in that direction and then you can build up for that for the next film.
Or like villains were there before and then he became Superman to like fight a certain villain or like because
I liked that whole. I think that's why I preferred Lex Luthor because you got to see the relationship he had with Superman and why he ended up being that particular way in Smallville. Whilst like in other films, you just got he doesn't like him and you don't really get a context of why or like how come he knows so much information about him. Do Do you know what I mean?
True.
What I want to know is why we're always referring this to James. They're saying this is James Gunn's thing. I swear it's him and someone else. What's the other guy?
No, it's James Gunn and someone else for the actual universe, but this is James Gunn's film. He's directing.
Oh,
this
he's
film.
directing this
this
movie. Okay.
There's another
There's
guy.
Matt
It's true.
Reeves.
We should give him.
There's also Matt Reeves'
Universe.
DC universe.
No, I'm saying no.
No, but I
what's
mean,
going
like-
on with that? Are they gonna merge this?
No, it's separate things.
It's
But
Thank
what
God,
Aladdin's talking about, there's two people that are running this new
Yeah.
DC universe.
Yeah.
It's sad that we don't. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I
like,
don't know his
say his
name.
name then. Like, hurry up.
I don't know his name. But for
It's
Superman
gonna be a
Legacy,
universe.
is James Gunn
It's gonna
directing
be a
Superman
universe.
Legacy.
Directing,
It's
writing.
gonna be a universe.
Yeah.
They have to be a universe.
Wait.
But
He's
it's gonna be like a
directing.
loose universe.
He's directing. He's writing. He's producing this movie.
Yeah.
When was the last time he's done something?
I don't know if he's writing this. I don't want to throw that information out there, but he's definitely directing this one. He's taking this one, and
But
I
he
think he's
writes
kind of
it, though.
dedicating this film to his dad, I believe, because his dad passed away, or his brother.
But
No,
he writes movies though. He wrote The Guardian.
Yeah. So he may have some writing credits on it, but I can't say it because I don't really have the information.
But you know what? I'm
Jonathan-
curious.
Jonathan Kent, man. R.I.P. man.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
Superman.
yeah.
Superman
When he said his
curse.
dad
Jonathan
passed
Kent.
away, I'm like, he's dedicated movie to
Yeah.
that character's gone.
He's not gonna be. Hey,
You're gonna see the
He said,
heartstring.
I know we're gonna see now.
Where's gonna pull the heartstring?
he ain't got much competition because that Man of Steel got Jonathan Kent death scene was the biggest sort of bullshit I've seen in my life. No, don't save the people from the
Yeah,
tornado.
don't-
I'll
Don't
do
use
it.
your power.
Bro,
Like-
I'll explain that scene. I'll explain. I'll
Wait.
defend Man of Steel till I die.
First, Aladdin,
I'll explain Man of
explain
Steel
to the
till I
audience
die.
what happened in that scene. So, talking about Man of Steel.
In Man of Steel, so there's been a debate between Jonathan Kent and Clark Kent about whether he should use his powers or not. To a point where they had a conversation where Clark saved a school bus full of kids, and then he asked his dad, "Should I have let him die?" And he said, "Maybe, maybe," which is wild. But cool. Now there's a tornado and there's a lot happening, and everyone's whatever, and the dog is stuck, and no one's in this tornado. Just that one dog. So he told him, "No, don't use your powers. I'm gonna go save the dog." If he used his powers, no one would have seen him, and he would have came out alive. Why are we worried about him using his powers?
And
Plus, Jonathan Kent is meant to be like his you feel me? Like he's meant to be his ground. He's like his guy. Like he's mentor, innit?
I get that.
Wait. But him not doing that, of course.
He dies. Yeah, he dies in a tornado, which is the dog survives. So happy days. Yay!
So
Could have been both of these, but sure.
so why does that scene make sense to you?
That makes sense to me. Alright, cool. Like I said earlier, there are different versions of Superman, right?
And this was a dick.
Before,
This is the most fun.
The Zack Snyder version of Superman, the way I'll always see, because he even gave a warning when he started, because Marvel were doing their thing, right, back in that time. So he even said it, all right, he doesn't want to do what another studio have already done a star in. They've done and dusted it. So he said his version should be seen as like an Elseworlds version. You know what Elseworlds mean in comics? It means that if you all know Superman, we know the story by heart, right? But then some writers, they know that because we know it by heart, they can't give us anything new. So they call it Elseworlds. They change it up. So it'll be like this version of Superman, he was born in a red sun, and he has powers are different.
DC's
And
Moiverse, isn't it?
Yeah, so like
DC's Moiverse.
Elseworld stories are like different. So I knew from the get-go, and a lot of us knew that like it wasn't gonna be the same kind of Superman that everyone knows and loves, because it's gonna be too similar to what Marvel are doing over on their side.
That's what debate.
It was always gonna be a darker. He even said something messed up like in my DC universe, Batman can get in prison. That was
He
the sort
did
of
say
thing
that.
Zack
That
Snyder
was lit.
saying.
He said that. Yeah.
Yeah, because he wanted to have a gritty Elseworld world where Superman and Batman are fighting, and Batman is knocking out Man of Steel's teeth are coming out. Like he wanted to be visceral. Like you're seeing Superman suffer, and like Batman is like yeah.
Alright,
And
so
then DC were like,
cool.
no,
we got the foreplay.
have
We got the
to see.
foreplay. Now
Exactly.
give me.
But DC
give
didn't
me-
like that. And then
Cool.
it was
So
all-
why is this scene make no sense?
Let me explain,
You're giving
let
bare
me
foreplay.
explain, Let me explain.
Let me-
That scene was originally meant to be something more of like a don't use your powers ever, because the world is not ready to go through the whole explaining the whole alien thing. Just don't use your powers, even if it means me dying. Just don't use it. The world is not ready.
That's a dumb
That's
character.
How is it dumb?
I mean, no.
You saw what happened when
Look,
he showed himself
look,
to the world.
look.
What happened?
Huh?
Okay, when he showed himself to the world, what
He
happened?
didn't show himself to the world. He fucked up a city. That's different.
No. You know what
He
they did?
toppled Metropolis.
So one city versus the whole world.
You blew up a city
But they were gonna
and killed a
Do you know
bunch
what
of.
terraform means?
Terrible, gone.
You know what terraform
That's
means?
a terrible.
Terraform
I've heard of it, but-
terraform means you change the geography of one planet
Mhm.
to suit the home world of another planet.
Oh, Omni-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were going to terraform Earth to suit Krypton. Do you know what happens when you terraform Earth to suit Kryptonians'
Yeah,
bodies?
everyone dies. Yeah.
Yeah,
You still.
The gravity alone on Krypton.
But if your first exposure,
so they're gonna do that. That's why everything was crashing down. You know.
No.
The machine
I know
was
that
working.
one.
It was.
I know
flattening.
that.
The gravity
We're
was
going somewhere
multiplying.
completely different.
I know that, but what I'm trying to say is if your first exposure to my man is a problem. If he was introduced to the world way before that, and then that happened, they would have been a bit more accepting of him. You understand? It's the fact that the first is out of nowhere, this guy comes out of nowhere.
So
And he fucks him.
after he saves his dad, then the government puts him on TV.
Doesn't save
and
his
then
dad.
they say,
Doesn't save his
why
dad.
did you save
He's not
this guy? Why didn't you save everyone
He's not
else
saving his
when
dad.
the fires?
He's saving the dog. He's gonna walk into the thing, help the dog come loose, and he's gonna go somewhere else and he make up some bullshit story about how he ran away and whatever.
Yeah,
He could still hide it. You could still hide it, no problem.
Cool, man.
Why did the dad go?
Matt made these points, Aladdin made these points. Audience, you let us know
sorry.
what you lot think, man. God damn, man. Lot to talk about.
Made no sense.
His dad died, man. It's sad, man.
That being said, James Gunn, you ain't got much competition. So
I'm sorry, yes he does. Man of Steel was an A-class movie.
I think Man of Steel was
it was a good. I'm
Yes.
saying it's only
People hate
Jonathan Kent's death.
Nah,
He
it
ain't got
made
competition.
sense. It was a symbol.
Man said that definitely knows.
No, he's
Of
saying
hope.
that it's more important for me that you keep your secret than you
But
say.
also at the same time, that was very accurate to how Jonathan Kent is in the comics as well.
Is he like that? He's a
He didn't want Clark to be exposed as like a superhero or anything like that. He wanted him to have a normal upbringing and be a normal kid. That was like even consistent in Smallville. So that is actually more accurate to the comic. I get why you say that, but at the same time, it's character accurate.
That's fine. My problem is I don't have a problem with character accuracy being changed to serve the story. That makes sense, but this particular scene don't make no sense. It could have been done differently.
Let the audience decide on that.
Let the audience decide.
We lot having like a 10-minute
Please, does this by accident? Elvis being
being something else, man. But yeah, we're all excited for Superman Legacy. It seems we're all excited about the casting as well.
Yep.
We won't see it for probably a good 2 years. I think it's 2025 July that will be out, but I'm sure we get some credits for it.
At least Dune come out before that.
Yeah,
Dune
Dune
has to come out.
Dune's coming out next year.
She's coming out in March.
Early March as well. They changed the date. It was late March.
They brought back in it.
They put it to late March, and now they pushed it up to early March. So it's coming soon, man.